Hi there, my name is Sven and I'm here to show you how to savor a bottle of champagne. Now I'm not saying that you should savor every bottle of champagne, that savoring is the way to open a bottle of champagne, but if people are celebrating your bar or you want to make a spectacle out of opening the bottle of champagne, then Sabrage can be the way to go. Now it's quite simple, there's a few things you got to keep in mind. The way I do it in our bar is I like to start by marking a little strip up the foil of the bottle. Now this runs on top of the seam that goes down the side here. Now the bottle is connected by two halves here. It's got a bottom and a top, but the key thing are the two halves that are connected here, and they're joined by the seam. Now in a dark bar, it's very hard to see that seam, so before we open, I tend to take a little strip through here, so it's easy for me to aim when I want to open a bottle. And then the next step is to basically take off the foil and lift the cage. So we're going to open that up like this. There we go. Woo. Here we go. Open up the cage. And so we moved it from under here to up under the next lip, and then we tighten it back up. This means when you're in your bar, you have the path you want to follow when you're savoring, ready to go, and the cage is set as well. After I've done this, I like to put the bottles back in the fridge, because when you go to savor it, it is important that the bottle is very, very cold. You don't want to leave the bottle on the bar top for a long period of time before it gets savored. You want to grab it straight out of the fridge and have it ready to go. That's it, and put it back in the fridge. So now someone's ordered a bottle of champagne and we want to savor it. I've got a cold bottle in the fridge, it's all prepared and ready to go, so I'm going to go grab it. Now here it is, path's good to go, the cage has been lifted. Now the way we savor a bottle of champagne is, you got to point it in the right direction. It's important that you have a spot for the cork to go. This does not go out to your customers. Ideally it goes to a part of the bar where no one's sitting and nothing can be broken very easily, okay? So you aim the bottle that way. You get your saber, and I like to do a couple of practice swings, a bit like a golf club, you know? You're kind of going to go, yeah, line it up. But the idea is you want to run the saber up along the seam, up to the top there, and give it a nice strong tap. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Boom. Nice. All right, sweet. And of course, next, pour it into the glass. Now after you savor the bottle, you're left with a very nice sharp edge up here. Even if it's a nice clean savor and you got a beautiful round edge like this, it's still going to be very, very sharp. So it's important that if you take it out on the floor and leave it a nice bucket with your customers, that you inform them of how sharp it is, so they don't brush their fingers or hands up against it and cut themselves. So when you're putting this behind the bar, make sure that you inform your fellow staff members that there's a savored bottle of champagne behind the bar, and put it in a place where people aren't accidentally going to rub their hands or fingers up against it. Even though it's a nice clean cut up top, it is a very, very sharp edge, and it's very, very easy to cut yourself on this bottle. But that's basically it. That's how to savor a bottle of champagne. So the key things are, make sure the bottle is very cold when you savor it. That means not leaving it out on the path for someone to pick it up and take it out on the floor. It means preparing the bottle first, early on the shift. If you normally savor 5 or 10 bottles in a night, make sure you prep the bottles first. You can grab them out of the fridge and savor them quickly without the bottle going warm. A warm bottle of champagne may explode in your hand. So when someone has a bottle of champagne that's savoring and it explodes down the neck, normally that's because the bottle's too warm. It needs to be really, really nice and cold. That's it. How to savor a bottle of champagne. Cheers.